Hey folks, we're on our way to the aquarium to buy some plants for the Bog Filter that I'm installing in my garden pond. Coming right up. Hey YouTube, this is pecktec, and today I'm installing some plants in the Bog Filter for the garden pond. And we're on our way to the aquarium right now to go get some. Say hi. Okay, she doesn't care. Okay. So we're on our way to the aquarium to get some bog plants. We're just pulling up now, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. So here's a little bit of history on this filter. Now this is the pond a couple of years ago, and you can kind of see the way it was shaped and everything. And this is the pond a couple of weeks ago. What I did is I started taking the rocks away, but I wanted to get a shot of just how awful the inside had become. I mean, I basically did nothing with this through the winter. The lilies overwintered and started to grow back, but there's all this algae and mess to deal with, as well as lots of landscaping. So I decided to go ahead and take all the rocks away and work on the bog filter project that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Of course, I had to drain this pond, so I decided to make use of the waterfall attachment here. And I used it to drain all the water out and clean some of the rocks and things up as I went. As you can see, it had become quite nasty inside there, and draining it down just made it really easy to pull all this crap out. It was so much fun. Oh, and I also discovered that my filter is an excellent medium for growing plants, as several of the plants had rooted inside of the filter. I basically had to replace all that stuff, except for the pump. It was still good. This is the tub that I'm going to use for the bog filters, basically a very small version of the other pond, and all the rocks that I've got to work with. The tub, basically, I threw it down on the ground and kind of got an idea about where I wanted it to be and just started digging. Once I dug a small hole, I took the loose dirt and I packed it in around the tub. I kind of put the tub in place and I moved the loose dirt around there, and then I got it all packed down, just kind of forming my own little wall so that I'll know about where it is, and I can control the height of this thing. I wanted it to be a little bit higher. It's actually on a slope moving downhill, so I had to make a few adjustments for that. And here I'm putting pool sand in. I had some pool sand left over from my dirted tank project, and I decided to put some of that in. It evens out the bottom, so it's sitting, fairly flat, or as flat as it can be, and makes up for all the unevenness of just, dug up dirt. And what I did is I just kind of played with it. I had to take it out and add more sand quite a few times to get it, just the point where I wanted it. But I took a long time to try to make it as level and as even as possible. I wanted to make real sure that the spout was clearing the side. So I installed the spillway, and then it was time to go ahead and arrange the rocks. This took quite a long time. But in the end, I was pretty happy with the way it turned out. And all that was left to do was add some plants, which I'm anxious to get done. It looked kind of funny empty, but I have a feeling with plants in it, it's going to look really cool. It's been a few days, and what I did, I went ahead and I finished up the rocks around this top part. This is an 8-gallon pond. I'm not even sure where I left off. I trimmed this out altogether, a little bit of algae. Here's a fun tip. You can use one of these little rakes. And this deals with this stuff quite well. Now there's still a lot of work to do. We've got some weeds to pull. We've got some mulch to remulch the plants and stuff over here. And of course we got to get some bog plants, and we're on the way to the aquarium, to the pond section. They have a really cool pond section back there, and we're gonna take a look at some bog plants, bring some home, maybe some more plants for in here. It might be hopeless to keep this algae out of here. I mean, because it's so sunny, and there's no shade over this pond at all. That's why I was hoping this, to absorb the extra nutrients, would kind of make less of an algae battle in here, but I'm not sure that that's gonna happen that way. What I might be better off to do is, as these lilies start to grow, they'll take up some light, and I might get some Mosaic Plant like I had last year and put it in there too, just to try to absorb a whole bunch of light. Then we can go ahead and throw some endlers in there, and the pond will be started. Okay, so it's been raining for days. Not all the time, but on and off and on and off. So I haven't really been able to work on the pond much at all. And I'm glad we've got a little bit of a pause, I hope. It's clearly very cloudy outside. But hopefully we've got enough time and it just won't be very hot. And we'll enjoy ourselves a little bit more.
Hope so.
How you doing? Working hard? They have all kinds of plants here, but what we're looking for is actually over here. This was the inspiration for the Bog Filter. Of course, this is a much bigger, much cooler thing that I can put in my front yard, but wow, isn't that neat? So the water's channeled up here, it runs through all these plants, then comes back out in a nice waterfall. Wow, what a beautiful waterfall that is too. These are bog plants. These are plants that are kind of meant to grow just like you're seeing them here, a little bit in the water, but mostly out of the water. And we're going to pick a selection of these to take home and install in that little 8-gallon tub on the top. Dude, these are bigger than I thought they were.
How you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
It's allergy season and I'm getting plants. That's not how I'm doing.
Sun to light shade.
Sun to light shade. Ooh, this got pretty purple flowers on them too.
Yeah, that's probably a good pick.
Well, that'd be a good kind of filler.
It's gonna get
Lizard's
full sun.
tail sounds neat.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, look. They have a few of these mosaic plants. And they're small too, so they're not very expensive.
Yeah.
We only need one. I like the statue.
I like the fountain.
Oh, starting to rain. This camera is actually rainproof, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna get wet. That's quite a haul. Look at all this.
That corkscrew is going to look super cool with that. Isn't it?
Yeah, I think that is gonna. They're gonna look neat
And then with the
together.
mosaic and the coloring, and with that coloring, oh yeah.
It's gonna be nice. I can't wait to see what the flowers look like on these things. You know what I was thinking, Holly? I was thinking today we'd spend the day working outside.
That sounds wonderful.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can already tell. It's the sun on our backs. Okay, we're almost home. It's raining harder now than it has all day. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Flash flood warning till 1. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun to work in the rain. This is one of those projects that I put off way too long, and I was not about to let a little bit of rain get in the way of getting those plants installed. And it wasn't so bad. Let's start off with the mosaic plant. This is a really pretty plant. We had it last year. It's really tiny in here right now, but this is going to grow to be quite a nice covering plant. All right, here we go. Whoa! It is quite a large plant. And I'm going to add these smaller ones in the front. And this is going to be sort of like my ground cover. It's just to fill in those gaps and kind of make this appear to be sort of more like a swamp up top here. It's starting to rain now. Holly, are you sure you don't want to join me out here in the rain? Just hang out.
I think you got it.
Do you remember what these were called?
Corkscrew.
Corkscrew. The corkscrew on this side. What do you think? Should I put it in the side or the back?
I like it. You're putting it.
Kind of interesting. Could have done maybe one more of those.
I think they're too shallow or they'll grow into it.
I think they'll be all right there. I can always throw a rock under these to like make them come up a little bit. I'm gonna let them set for now. Give them some room to grow. So maybe they'll grow out some. I've never had any of these plants, so it'll be interesting to see if they do okay or they don't. Maybe I'll try to get. We're gonna do a little mulching because that'll be fun to do in the rain, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And we're gonna mulch and maybe pick out some more gnomes, some more garden gnomes. You sure you don't want to do mulch with me?
Yeah, I'm positive. Not in the rain.
It's Earth Day.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little rain. Fun to work.
Oh,
Are you sure?
yeah, I'm positive. Go for it.
I'm having a great time.
I gotta film anyway and make fun of you.
I'm having a great time. I don't know. Share something out on the dry porch. It's a good thing it's the Earth.
Good thing it rinses off in the rain.
It's Earth Day, and I'm doing Earth stuff.
Oh, don't cover the whole plant.
I pull my pants up, but my hands are muddy. So my neighbors have a terrific view.
And they're brand new neighbors. They just moved in yesterday.
They just moved in, so I'm sure.
It is looking good though. Look at that.
Looks better, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I really wish I could pull my pants up. You help me? I need your help. Look.
No, they don't want to see that.
Hang low. That's half. You got one cheek. Do the other cheek. Turn the other cheek. That's one bag of mulch. That sounds pretty.
Yeah, that did pretty good. They were big bags though.
What kind of mulch is this?
You'll have to read the bag.
Earth Grow for Earth Day.
Woo!
It's by Scott's. This is so much fun than sitting on the porch. It's so much more fun than that.
Oh.
I really feel like I'm part of Earth right
Oh.
now. Kerrigan's hand. You sure you don't want to do this last bag?
I gotta hold the camera and document you being silly.
The pot that this pincher plant is in is actually a little bit taller than the sump part of the pond. So what I did was I just had the waterfall on the other side run directly into this pot and then back into the rest of the bog filter here. And yeah, it kind of gives it another tier on, which is pretty cool actually. It's going to take a while for this mosaic plant to grow up, but when it does, it's going to have this kind of green and reddish color, which is going to go very well with the pincher plant, if this does well, and I hope it will. And also goes with the Japanese maple. So I've got sort of this green and red color theme throughout the whole thing. And I think it's going to look really pretty. As far as fish in here, I'll probably put my endlers in here again. I put endlers in here every year to kind of help with mosquitoes and stuff. Plus they breed up and I get a lot of really interesting fish out of it. I could try some other kind of fish, something new. I've tried bettas before. They haven't done very well. If you guys have any suggestions, be sure to let me know. Oh, and I've done cherry red shrimp. I've even overwintered, accidentally, cherry red shrimp in this. So now you can't see real well in here yet, but there's a little bit of room down at the bottom. And what I'd like to do is add some plants from the aquariums inside. I've got one aquarium that I'm about to break down. It's a 30-gallon. It was my first planted tank. And, hello. And it's been going for a little while. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the plants out of that and I'm going to put them in here. They'll probably melt and die, but I want to give them a chance, you know, to maybe recover and do something. They're mostly crypts and things like that, so, but it might be a way to keep them for a little bit longer. It'll be kind of an interesting experiment to see how they do. But I want to let these plants, these lilies and these mosaic plants grow out before I add too much in here. So I might do a breakdown next week of the 30-gallon, my first planted tank. I'm going to break that down, and I'll take some of the plants and maybe some of the shrimp and things out here. It's a spider.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ooh, it is a spider. How did he get over there?
All right, so be sure to subscribe so you can see an update on this pond and see it in all its glory. In a few months or a few weeks, maybe when it's grown out, I'll be sure to show an update as the plants get nice and big in there and it starts to look really good. Until next time, follow your bliss, keep a clean tank and a clean pond, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.